For the first time, welcome to my YouTube channel. I decided to start this channel because I've sort of always loved being in front of a camera. I've loved, talking. I love telling stories. I love teaching. I love doing everything I can to communicate with people and connect with people. Also, I'm an actress, so it kind of is second nature for me to be behind the camera and to talk and to be a lively personality. Also, I've started a YouTube channel in the past.
And we kind of want ideas from you guys.
Yeah, that's not this kind of channel. Anyways, I'm excited to start this channel, and I wanted to start my first video with how to get into acting. So, let's get into it. Now, before you ask what my credentials are for giving you this advice and giving you this information, I am pursuing professional acting. And this is not a new passion of mine. This is not a new hobby. I have been doing it for almost 7 years now. I'm almost 18. I started acting when I was 9, and I got into it professionally when I was 11. So I feel like I'm pretty qualified to give this information. Also, I have experience on professional sets. I have had 2 roles on 2 different television shows, Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Now, those experiences were amazing, and I do plan on doing a separate video sharing my time on those sets because it was truly unforgettable. Girl, just shut up, because this video is about how to get into acting. So what I've done is I've compiled a list, a short but comprehensive list of steps of what you need to do to get into the industry. I like to make things simple, easy to remember, and I'm also a naturally kind of weird and cringe person, so if you don't like how I've worded the steps, I don't care. This is just what I've done, okay? So you're gonna want to write this down. I'm assuming you have a pen and paper now, because you could have paused the video, so I'm assuming you did. So, step 1, try it. Step 2, do it. Step 3, work up to it. Step 4, pursue it. That's it. Okay, that's definitely not it, but I'll get into all the juicy details right now. Step 1, try it. It might sound self-explanatory, and for the most part it is. You try it. If you're a high school student or a middle school student, you might have classes at your school like theater class or drama class. Enroll in it. You might have drama club or film and TV club or musical club. I don't know what you have at your school or what's available to you, but try it. It doesn't have to be an expensive course. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Just get in to the door somewhere where you can try out acting. And that really is it for step 1. Step 2, do it. Very similar to step 1, but in more depth. If you have enrolled in an acting course, you really liked it, you keep doing it. Not just for 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, for at least a year. Especially if you're young, because your mind changes a lot on what you're interested in. So, you might be interested in acting one day and the next month you're on to art. You have to really give yourself a chance to figure out if this is something that you really want to pursue. Because trust me, it is not easy, and so you really, really, really have to love it. This step also gives you the opportunity to get better at acting. So if at the end of a year you decide, I'm ready to pursue this, you'll be good at it. You won't just be throwing yourself into something that you have no idea about, and you'll be more prepared. This step is really, really important. Even if you're an adult, I definitely recommend this, because this industry, which we will get into in a little bit, costs a lot of money, and you can't just be throwing around your money unless you're very well off. Then you do you. I can't relate. But if you're not, you have to really know what you're getting into before you thrust yourself into it. And that leads us to step 3, work up to it. Now, at this point, you know that you're going to pursue acting and you think you're ready. You think. Emphasis on think. Because you're not. And that's not to be mean, it's to be honest. you have to do a lot of things to make sure that you are truly ready. One is, where do you live? Do you live in a random state that there's not a lot of access to the entertainment industry? Or do you live in New York City or San Francisco or Los Angeles? Are you already in one of the hotspots for acting? And that is crucial because you have to decide, am I going to move somewhere where there's more accessibility, or am I going to try to make it work from where I'm at? That's a question I can't answer for you or anyone. You have to know the answer to that for yourself. If you want to move somewhere, you need money to do it. So I highly, highly recommend having a separate acting savings. It's going to cost a lot of money to pursue acting, so you need to have a separate savings that you won't have to dip into for other necessary life things, and you can keep it for acting. So these expenses may include moving, they may include getting self-tape setups, which maybe I'll talk about self-taping in a different video, but self-tape setups or a headshot session, which is crucial, and that goes into working up to it as well. Headshots are necessary. You don't want to look for an agent before you have a great headshot to market yourself with. That is crucial. That also includes paying for the continued classes you will need to take. That's another thing. Once you decide you're pursuing acting, you don't just stop taking classes. You always, always, always want to be in training to learn and grow. And even if you think you have nothing else to learn, trust me, that's not true. But also, acting classes provide a community of other working or aspiring actors and actresses, so it's really, really valuable. Once you have a stable job, you have a acting savings, you have a stellar, you need to leave. I don't know why I just said stellar. You have a great headshot session, you have experience, which doesn't necessarily have to mean any big paid projects, but if you've done community theater or you've done an unpaid short film, anything that gives you something of being on set or behind the camera, that's really important. So once you have all of this and you're settled down in your living area, whether you're in a big hotspot or not when you're getting started, now is when you are ready to pursue it. Step 4 is the last and easiest and hardest step you will encounter, because step 4 is when you are ready to dive headfirst into the entertainment industry and get started on the roller coaster of your life. This is when you can start submitting yourself for representation, and this is a fun step, and you might get really lucky and find an agent that you really gel with, that you really click with right away, or it might take 6 months to a year to find someone that you have a good connection with. But once you do, you're off, and you might have a wonderful career from there. You might take off. In the first year, you might book 6 national commercials, join the union, and get a series regular role on a TV show. You might. Probably not. But you might. I know that's not what happened for me, but I know that happens for some people. But if that doesn't happen for you, you might be like me, and 7 years of pursuing acting later, you don't have that much to show for it. And don't get me wrong, I am extremely grateful for what I have achieved. I am over the moon happy with what I've accomplished, but it's not my end-all be-all. And there's a lot more that I want to accomplish, and part of me thought it would happen quicker than this. So I'm sharing this information to say it might take 7 years, it might take 10 years. At any point, wow, that was a little bit aggressive. At any point when you are pursuing this dream, if it isn't a dream anymore, stop doing it. I repeat, stop doing it. Do not do it anymore, because it is the hardest, most honestly heartbreaking thing you will ever do. If you get 1,000 no's before you hear one yes, and you're not okay with that, this is not the industry for you. I've had so many no's, not a lot of yeses, but I still love acting and I still want to pursue it. It's still my dream, so here I am. I'm still doing it. And if I ever wake up one day and I don't want to do it anymore, then I'm gonna stop. And it's as simple as that. I'm gonna stop. You might think, no, I can't stop. I've spent hundreds of dollars, thousands maybe, on doing this. I relocated my whole life. I can't quit now. I'm sorry, but if your heart isn't in it, you're never gonna find success because you have to want it. So if you don't want it, cut your losses and find something else to do. That's a little bit somber, but those are the 4 steps to get into acting. I will make a video on my personal 4-step journey, and I think that'll be a fun one because it was a weird one and it was a long one so far. But I'm excited to share that journey with you, and I hope that you guys found something useful or helpful in this video. If you have any questions for me, drop them below in the comments and I will be sure to answer them. I had a really great time filming this, so I'm excited to have this channel. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, because I plan to drop some fire content. So, yeah. Bye, guys.